Hello, I just want to say a few words about dogs and people who want to have dogs and people who own dogs and what it's like being the owner of a dog. Well, that's the first thing I want to put straight is that you are not the owner of a dog. You are responsible for the dog, but you do not own it. In fact, it's the other way around. The dog owns you. What I mean by that is that you have to take every care for an animal in your possession. They're extremely vulnerable. They have needs that they can't express other than through their own language, which you have to get to understand. They need medical attention, they need play, they need exercise, they need intellectual stimulation, and they need love. They need training, they need to be socialized, they need to be able to stand on their own feet, look after themselves a little bit, and all of these things apply to us as well. So I meet so many dogs, and the dogs are always fine. And you'll hear any good dog owner, they say every day, they say, well, it's the owner, it's not the dog. Well, that's absolutely true. I think that Cesar Millan is a really good resource online because he loves dogs. He loves dogs, and it's a tough one. Loving something is a tough thing. Well, okay, it's just easy. You can say it's just easy, but it's not. It's work. Loving anything is work. So like right from the start with a puppy, it's beyond, I think it's beyond like an agreement of marriage. It's a contract that you make with an animal and with yourself that you never break. There are circumstances when it's best to let go, and you do the best and you rehouse the dog. But I think that's an extremely rare thing extremely uncommon situation. A dog is not just for Christmas, is the old adage. And I think most people know that, but I think most people don't even really know what it means. You know, I think a dog is for life, and that means that you take care of it from its infancy to its last days. And you have to cater, you have to fulfill all the needs along the way. And there's no get out, there's no, well, I think there's no get out. That's not to say that some days the dog wants to go out and you just say, I'm sorry, mate, but right now you're just going to have to wait. But in order to do that, you have to train the dog. The dog has to know that it has to trust you. Trust. I think trust is. That's really what you're trying to build up with yourself and with the animal. is a trust in yourself and your ability to cope with an animal, and your trust towards yourself and your ability to cope with your own state of mind, or whatever it is. So I would think really, really hard before you can entertain the idea of having a dog. I'll just tell you like a little story. I'm getting ready to go to work to play a gig, and I've got a lift, and the guy says, and the guy comes round and he's on time, and I'm running a little bit late, which is not very good, but there I am, I'm 2 minutes, 5 minutes from being absolutely ready. Usually I'm packed and ready to go, but on this particular occasion I was, for one reason or another, I wasn't quite ready. And I said to him, look, while I'm just getting my final things together, because we were staying overnight somewhere, while I'm getting my things together, how about you walk the dog round the block? Just give her a final little jaunt. And he said, yeah, great, okay, I'll do that. And then I said, you'll need these, and I gave him some of these to pick up the shit. And he said, oh, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. And I thought, well, okay, so well, I don't need to say more than that, do I? I mean, that just says it all. Well, I have to go now because my dog is so I have to go. Bye.